Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. Welcome to our special event, Meet Your Next Governor. I want to thank all of you, and I want to give a special thanks to the candidates for taking time from their busy schedules to come here and talk with us. I am Lex Green with my wife Karen and the volunteers from the member groups. We formed the McLean County Freedom Coalition just a few short months ago. For those who haven't heard of the McLean County Freedom Coalition, let me explain. The coalition is not a group in and of itself. We don't have meetings, bylaws, or any other trappings of a formal organization. Our member groups do that. Karen and I are members of and volunteers in every single one of these groups, as are many of the other members. And a coalition is our attempt to pool the resources of all these like-minded groups and also to advocate to help them increase their membership and advertise their events. Since each of them, despite different goals, have the same principles in common, it only makes sense that we all band together to achieve greater things than any one group could achieve by themselves. The common mission of the individual groups are these: responsible government at all levels, lower taxes, and a return to a constitutional government that recognizes that people only grant limited powers to their government. And above all else, all of these groups want to educate us the public, and them, the politicians, to the true meaning of freedom and what it means in today's political environment. Before I introduce some of the representatives of these groups, I want to encourage all of you to talk to the volunteers from those groups tonight, or get in contact with them through their websites, which you can link to from the McLean County Freedom Coalition website at mcfreedomcoalition.com. Or somebody pointed out to me, it's mcfreedomcoalition.com. So, at this time, I want to introduce the county coordinator for the Campaign for Liberty and the voice of many of these groups on the radio. You may have heard him on 92.9 or WJBC. So, Jason Riddle.
So I have 1 minute to explain to you what the Campaign for Liberty is all about. Campaign for Liberty, and if you had to describe it real quickly, is all about the Constitution of the United States. It's about individual liberty. Okay? We're about this Constitution, and we think that our politicians should actually, when they take that oath of office, they should actually uphold it. Let me read for you the mission statement of the Campaign for Liberty. It is to promote and defend the great American principles of individual liberty, constitutional government, sound money, free markets, and a non-interventionist foreign policy by means of educational and political activity. I invite you to join the Campaign for Liberty, to get involved in some of the other groups that are going to come up here and talk, because it's vital that we restore our constitutional republic. The Campaign for Liberty this year has been focused on H.R. 1207, a bill to audit the Federal Reserve so we can actually understand where our money's going. We've also organized an event called Freedom Night that was here about 4 weeks ago. Thank you for having me, and I hope you have a great time tonight.
Thank you, Jason. Next, I would like to introduce Don Shields, who is the lead organizer for the Bloomington Area 912 Project. They are the group that was responsible for the September 12th Freedom Rally that took place at Miller Park. Don?
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. We hope that this meeting gives you a little greater insight into where you stand as an individual and where we are as a nation right now with our political climate. We encourage you. You've got off the couch tonight and you've come here. We encourage you to stay active. Right now, this country, I think, is at a tipping point, and we need people like you that do nothing or have done things in the past, like myself. Register and go vote, never got active, never spoke up, never said anything. The time to get active is now. We encourage you to join one of these groups, to become active, to work with the candidates that you see before you tonight. Help them get on the ballot, help them get elected. Change the current course of government. A couple of activities. You can see us back at the table. We have 2 activities planned, one for November 4th, one for November the 11th. The November 4th is A More Perfect Union. America Becomes a Nation, and this is a historical documentary that was produced by the National Center for Constitutional Studies. It's a very informative movie. It is at the Normal Public Library, and on November the 11th at the ISU Alumni Center, we have a show called The Railway to Gateway. We have the St. Louis pundit coming, who is Jim Hoft, and then the second speaker will be Christina Rasmussen from the Illinois Policy Institute. Both these events are free. We would encourage you to come and participate, learn and educate yourself about the government, the Constitution, and to help this country restore its values. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Next, I would like to introduce Diane Benjamin. The Tea Parties, she was responsible for organizing the Tea Party on April 15th, the Tea Party on July 4th, and she was responsible for bringing the Tea Party Express on September 6th to Miller Park, which was a huge success. Diane Benjamin.
Hello. Tea Party movement is still very active. We don't have anything planned right now, but I do have a blog. You can pick up little cards back there on the table. I need you guys to go to the blog so I don't have to email you constantly. I hate people who email me constantly. So if you don't want to get emailed, go to the blog. We frequently have people that need to be contacted on the blog, like senators on the health care. Which ones need to be targeted? You need to get on there, email those people, call them, do whatever you have to so that our voices are heard. And that's what the Tea Party people are doing right now, is making sure your voices are heard, and we need your cooperation in order to do that. So get on there, read what needs to be done, follow through, jam their lines. That's pretty much what's been happening in Washington, D.C. Sometimes you can't get through, you have to email. So get on the blog, stay informed, and we'll let you know when there's going to be another Tea Party. Thanks.
Thank you, Diane. The Libertarian Party has had roots in this county for a long time. It only recently has had an active chapter at the McLean County Libertarian Party. And it's here thanks in large part to the efforts of Chairman Lupe Diaz. Lupe?
Good evening. First off, we are the party of principle. We believe in individual liberty, personal responsibility, and limited government. Here in McLean County, we are promoting smaller governments, lower taxes, and greater personal freedom through liberty. We meet on the first Wednesday of every month at 6:30 for Freedom on Tap at the bar. Check out our website at mcleancountlp.org. I also take the world's smallest political quiz back there on our table and see where you rank. Chances are you're probably more libertarian than you actually believe. Our governor candidates wanted to be here tonight, but they are tied up at other events tonight and also are preparing for a state convention later on this week. Thank you, and please vote Libertarian next November.